Star Trek Defiant. Now, they've started a new Star Trek continuity in IDW Comics, and they do them in these hardcovers. These have just started to come out. They did one with the other Star Trek, which is just called Star Trek, and it's a deal where Cisco gets a ship, and he assembles a crew of just like random people throughout the Star Trek universe, including like Scotty. It's very, very fan fictiony. And this is even more fan fictiony with Star Trek Defiant. Like Worf wants to go hunt down like Kahless, who's gone crazy. Like he's the Klingon like icon god person who's come back and is actually a clone if you read the Next Generation and all that. And they just go through scenarios where it's like a big giant fight, and it just doesn't, it's just not Star Trekky. It feels, I mean, it's fine, but it's like it feels like Star Wars instead of Star Trek. Now, Spock encourages him to actually steal the Defiant. It brings back thoughts of like Star Trek 3, and stuff where they stole the Enterprise and all that. And then, of course, B'Elanna Torres comes on because she's the only other Klingon like available through this stuff. And she's a mom, but she doesn't care. She's going to go out to battle. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then they have like lore tied up to the Defiant systems, not Data, like lore, the bad guy, as they go through here. And they actually have to rely on him and hope that he's not going to betray them throughout all of this. So like I said, it's such a mashup of random characters as they're trying to find where Kahless is going and preempt his strikes for these battles. Here's one where they're fighting with some Orions as they're trying to like make a trade with them, but the Orions are trying to screw them and all that, and it goes back and forth. It's like, ugh, I don't know. You can see the art's just kind of like bland. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's just like in between. And the characterizations are just so cringy. Like, and look, they throw in Sela, who's been monitoring them throughout this entire thing through this too. Just because like it just feels like they're referencing stuff in order to get to a point where I don't know, the fan fiction does its thing. This is building up to an event called Day of Blood, of a Klingon like civil war kind of thing that's going across the galaxy, and they're trying to stop some of the bloodshed, and that's coming up next. And this is again Defiant. This covers, I believe, the first 6 issues of the series so far, but it's really uninspiring stuff from what I've read. All right, I call this like a 5 out of 10, a little less than average. And the hardcovers are cool. I appreciate them coming out with hardcovers like this. That's the kind of thing I want in terms of like the actual book production. But in terms of the content, it just doesn't feel like Star Trek. Thanks very much. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.